How long is 1 second? It seems like an easy enough question. We all know roughly how long that unit of time we call a second is. It's about how long it takes console peasants to ignore their differences and join forces when a PC player enters the room. But if you had to define what time was to an alien who had never heard of it, could you do it? Now, this isn't an entirely hypothetical exercise because we have had to define time before, but the alien's name was Donald Trump. I'm just kidding, it was computers. Computers don't know what time is. This video is the first ever save file, and it's all about time. Have you ever asked yourself how your computer knows what a second is? What time is? What love is?
Shh. It's okay, baby. The big toolbar is gone. It can't hurt you anymore.
I mean, it's not like a person. Computers can't just say, a second is about this long. We kind of take seconds and other units of time for granted. And because these units of time are the same everywhere, we just assume they're some property of the universe, but in reality, they're completely made up, totally arbitrary, they don't mean a thing. A second is called a second because it is the second minute division of an hour. And the first minute division of an hour is, you guessed it, a minute. But why do we divide by 60? That has to have some kind of meaning, right? Not really, it's completely arbitrary and doesn't reflect anything in nature at all. It's totally made up. We divide our units of time into increments of 60 because the ancient Sumerians used a base 60 system of counting in their day-to-day lives, just like we use the base 10 system. And we use the base 10 system a lot. Decimals, the idea of percents, which is really just artificially converting partial numbers into a fraction of 100, the whole metric system, they're all base 10. We fall back on it more than a Call of Duty player falls back on your mom jokes. Now, the base 10 system has a purpose. It can easily represent very big or very small numbers, especially thanks to scientific notation. Well, the base 60 system had a purpose as well. Not only was it easy to write in the Sumerian language, but it was easy to work with, to divide. Lots of numbers can go into 60. 12 other numbers to be precise, which is why our clocks are divided into 60 and 12. The point is, the units of time are split the way they are, not because of anything in nature, but because it was just mathematically pretty. Just like the number 8008. Damn, that's a sexy number. Now, I bring this up because time is not only an important factor in just about every video game, but because the computers they run on absolutely require a definition of 1 second and all those other units of time, obviously. But you can't define 1 second for a computer by splitting up daylight like us humans do. I mean, not without telling the computer what a day is, which is hard to do unless you already understand time. Maybe like a light sensor could work, but what about shadows and daylight and clouds and stuff? It'd be very inefficient. But daylight, or the rising and setting of the sun, isn't the only thing that happens with regular frequency. You could build a functional time system out of anything that occurs regularly, such as the position of the moon, the migration of birds, or Steam customer support being completely useless. But a much more effective metronome of the natural world is the oscillations of mechanically loaded quartz. What? Here's a tilde. Quartz can vibrate very regularly and very rapidly. So in order to tell computers how long 1 second is, we really just give them a bit of quartz and say, when this thing vibrates 32,768 times, 1 second has passed. That's all time is to a computer. Every computer. The vibrations of quartz. And out of pure, unadulterated, gluten-free, non-GMO chance, we happen to live on a planet where quartz is the second most common mineral. If Earth had formed in a different way, it might have taken hundreds, if not thousands of years for computer technology to advance as far as it has in the last half-century. The abundance of this rock in the ground is the reason that you can even watch YouTube videos or play games. How long is 1 second? To a computer, this is 1 second. To a human, it's some combination of chemical processes like circadian rhythm and whatnot. The truth is, we still have no idea what time actually is. There is nothing else like it. There are no categories we can put it in, no analogs that we can use to make sense of it. It is completely unique. Just like those people who make the same joke whenever anyone says anything about arrows or knees. Thanks, guys. The gaming community really appreciates your innovative contribution.